So, hi guys, we're back again. We're back again. And I just want I just want us to like really go some few. Let me just check if I'm recording. Am I okay? So I'll just be looking at like this week, and I'm just really interested about what the market is doing today. So basically, we're going to check on like few different pairs. So on the first pair on my list is the DXY because the DXY is the pair that controls the US dollar. That if the DXY is consolidating like this, that means the whole anything that concerns the US dollar is actually consolidating. Whether it's USD JPY, USD CAD, any single thing is probably consolidating right now. So the first thing we're going to be checking is the DXY, and let me just show you the meaning of DXY so that you know what I'm saying. So what is the USDX dollar, right? So what's the DXY equals? Yeah. The US dollar index DXY is a key measure of the dollar strength compared to a basket of six major world currencies. Think of it as a scoreboard for the USD. When the index goes up, the dollar is gaining power, and when it drops, the dollar is losing power. It's losing ground, sorry. So when we go back here, we understand that. For a while now, from this particular level down here, the DXY has been dropping. The DXY has been dropping. Now, based on this particular knowledge, it simply means the dollar is gaining power, and when it drops, the dollar is losing ground. So for close to about a month, sorry, no, this is the weekly time frame. So close to about 4 to 5 months or 6 months, the US dollar has been dropping from this particular level over here. The US dollar has just been dropping. So telling anybody who's going to the market that the US dollar is actually weak presently, right? So now, since we actually understand that on the weekly time frame, so let's go to a daily and a 1 hour. So let's understand what's really going on. Now going down to the daily time frame on the DXY, we understand that the DXY is actually on a downtrend on daily time frame. And I believe I've already thought about downtrends on my channel, so on trends in particular on my channel. So on this particular trend, the market is really just going down, and basically based on what I'm seeing presently, the market is actually just moving sideways. It's just actually moving sideways presently. Now we're looking for two perspectives when it comes to the DXY because I'm not seeing anything reasonable from the DXY presently. I'm looking for anything of this nature, the breakout of this particular level on the DXY, for it to be reasonable for all the pairs under the USD to start trending. You get me? Or this particular level. These are the two levels we'll be looking at from the DXY. There's nothing more to say about the DXY. DXY is actually not tradable presently, or even though it's not tradable, the DXY is just to give you a nudge towards a certain direction, right? When it comes to where the USD is actually going. So anytime you come and you check the DXY and you notice that oh, the DXY is not trending or the DXY is trending towards a certain direction, this just tells you like okay, you need to chill for a while and wait for the DXY to start trending before you get into the market again. If that makes any sense. So let's find some few pairs. I gave an analysis on GBP USD a while back, and I think um, okay, I've cleared out my charts. But based on my analysis, I think I sold from this level down to this level. But for analysis sake, let's just redo the whole analysis again. I used to tell people on my channel I don't get to keep anything. So let's reanalyze GBP USD so that we understand what's going on GBP USD. So I'm not going to be starting on the monthly time frame or weekly time frame. I'm just going straight to the money, straight to the coins as fast as possible so that we get the analysis of the way. I'm going to be checking out for levels. The first thing you do when analyzing the market is that you need to check out for those levels whereby when the market gets to that particular point, it changes direction. When it gets to that particular point, it changes direction. When it gets to that particular point, it changes direction. So that's that particular level you need to be thinking about. For instance, this is one level, this is another, this is another, this is another, and this is another. For some certain instance, the market keeps on respecting this particular level on the daily time frame, and which makes it like, okay, so since the market continues to respect this particular level, this level is very relevant for the market. It's very, very relevant for the market. So now you're going to be looking for three of these particular levels, or four, depends on what you're looking for. The second level I'm looking at presently, I'm seeing this particular level. I'm going to be, you see it here, you see it here, you see it here, you see it here. That's the next particular level. The third particular level is, though I normally pick out the highest. So let's go. This is the highest part of the market, and this is actually the lowest part of the market. This is actually the lowest. Come, sorry guys. Okay, I think it locked. So this is actually the lowest part of the market. Now, looking at all these things right now, it just tells you a lot. Like it tells you everything. Like the whole market has been broken down already for you. You get me? If you're dealing with psychological levels at this particular time, you get to understand that I don't do psychological levels, but if I want to, I will understand that this particular level over here, this particular level over here is actually on a psychological level on a daily time frame. This is a psychological level. Yeah. 36,000 is a psychological level, and this actually is on a psychological level, which is around 34,000. So 34,000 is another psychological level that, if you want to think about it, the levels that I just drew on a daily time frame without looking at anything just gave me all the psychological level. And these two psychological level tells me a lot. Like this is my playground. If I'm going down for a time frame, if I'm looking for entries presently, I've already understand that these are levels that when the market gets to there, there's a change of direction on that particular level. Sorry guys, if I get to that particular level, there's a change of direction. And since there's a change of direction in those particular levels, I'm supposed to be putting those levels in my mind. I'm just thinking about it like, okay, since I'm getting to this level, I need to be getting out of the market, or I need to be entering the market. If you go back and look at my last analysis on GBP USD, you understood I gave an analysis of it to buy over here, sorry, sell over here, sorry, sold, and I took my profits from around this level. So let's just continue the analysis. So if I go down to 4 hour time frame, now basically the right trade, when I go down to a 4 hour time frame, I'm really interested in the trend of the 4 hour. I know people are really interested on higher like the daily stuff. You know, me I like getting my money on that particular day, or I like getting my money that in 2 days or a week. You get me? You get the point. So I'm always interested in the particular trend of the 4 hour. Now, the trend of the 4 hour basically told me that this is bullish market. The last trend was a bullish, right? So we're back. The network was a little bit bad, so I think I'm done with that, fixing that. So on the 4 hours, I was saying this is actually a downtrend, and this is how. So on my analysis, if you go back and check my last video, I gave an analysis that at that particular level, I gave an analysis that at this particular level, if there's a change of direction from this particular level, we're going for sales. Let me give an example of what I was saying. The market was moving towards this particular direction, and when the market got to this point, it changed towards the downside, changed towards the downside. And if I'm not mistaken, right, this is a change of market structure, right? This is a double bottom, this is a double top, I'm sorry, or you can call this a little head and shoulder. Just depends on your particular way of seeing it. But I'm always thinking about a neckline when I'm doing anything. So this is actually a neckline, and a break of this particular neckline gave us a retest and I sold from there. So that was what happened, and that's where I took my sales from this particular level over here. So now since we're done with that, and from this particular point, now this is actually of fundamental news. This spike over here is fundamental. This spike here is fundamental. So if you deal with news, if you go back to my channel, I gave you discrete or a very long video on how to trade news. So if you're interested in trading the news, you can go back. I have a very good video on how to trade the news. You'll go back and watch this particular analysis play out. So this is for the news. But presently, right now, I'm seeing this whole thing as it feel like this. I'm seeing it's coming back down and feeling this whole level down. It's going to come back and refill this whole level. Then from there, the market can go back. Anytime that there's a spike in the market, aka fundamentals in the market, that's if you don't know what fundamentals is, you can let me just go. Let me show you a little bit. Let me say forex fundamentals. Let me just what are forex fundamentals? Okay, in forex, for example, a fundamental trader would examine any data that is likely to have a significant bearing on the price of a currency pair, such as economic data, political factor, or even the impact of natural disasters. Fundamental traders do not just look at data randomly, though. So, or let me just go ahead. Fundamental analysis is one method that can be understood as a process used to assess an instrument strength over a period of time and into the future. So basically, fundamentals are just news impacting the market, but it doesn't mean that that's the overall direction of the market. It's just now, GBP USD have been selling for a while now on the 1 hour time frame, and it got to this particular level, and there's this massive spike. If you go look at all these candlesticks over here, you notice that there has not been a very big candlestick like this. So like as I was saying, it needs to refill for us to start. So this is a Monday. I'm not expecting you to do anything presently. Just let the market be. So for this whole week, once the market gets to this level or this level, we're going to be thinking of what to do. Remember, we sell high, we buy low. We sell high, we buy low. That's how the market works. So let me look at another pair. Let's say I don't know, let me say GBP. Let me say BTC USD. Let me see for people who trade crypto. Let me see what GBP USD is doing. I think I gave a little bit of analysis on this a while back. Okay, so this is BTC USD. So let's just start all over again. I love starting from the beginning. Now, like I said on my last few videos, you need to find that particular point whereby the market is just always getting to that certain level and just reacting towards it. You get me? These are like demands and supply zones, high and lows, support and resistance. It just depends on the kind of trader you are and where you got your knowledge from. So this is some of the levels I'll be looking at for understanding what the market is about to do. So now when I'm done with this particular levels, I'm saying, okay, overall the market let me go to weekly time frame so that's the overall movement of the market. The overall movement of the market is actually a bullish market. And at this particular point, we can go for another higher high on a weekly time frame. You get me? We can go like this on a weekly. But at the same time, this level needs to be respected to a certain level whereby if it doesn't break it towards the downside, okay, it's fine. If it breaks it towards the downside, we'll be like, so let me go back to the daily time frame so that you understand what I'm saying. If the market on a daily time frame does this, we'll be looking for sales towards this particular downside. But at the same particular point, this particular level I draw is a very strong level of support or resistance. Why? When it goes to this level, it's resisted. When it goes to this level, it's resisted. When it goes to this level, it's supported. When it goes to this level, it's supported. Simply means this particular level we're looking down can be a very good level of support and resistance. So at this particular point in time, right, we are on top of it. We're on top. You understand? Buy low, we sell high. We buy low, we sell high. That's how the particular ideology is of trading. You buy low, you sell high, you buy low, you sell high, you buy low, you sell high. So now this is on top. So it's more understandable for buying. But basically, yeah, the market has supported, and now we're back to this particular level. So we'll be waiting for this to happen. Let me go to 4 hour time frame. We're waiting for that to happen, waiting for this to happen, or this. There's always two ways the market could go. The market can't go anywhere except this particular level. So this is how the second place is going to go. So that's for just BTC USD. I'm not seeing a lot presently. This is the Monday. So let's see how it goes.